Thank you. Καλημέρα και από μένα.
Good morning, everyone. I will follow the trend, and I will talk to you about
Η θεματική του συνεδρίου είναι Sustainable Finance.
settlements. Settlements is a very critical point of sustainability of the economy because it will facilitate the borrowers to come back to normality. Going back to settlements, the intensity of financial crisis in Greece in 2010 was such that demanded, and a lot of my colleagues, panelists, and the audience have experienced that, demanded for a quick answer of how to help the borrowers to pay an installment if they had the money to cover it. That started with the new generation of settlements, and since then a lot of things have changed. The banks and services have developed know-how in settlements. After this first generation I mentioned earlier, we created the first settlements where part of the debt was deposited so as to be serviced later, and we had an answer to the first generation pending issues, which was lack of payments. Nevertheless, this volume of borrowers that came to normality after the second generation of settlements, we had some haircuts of loans at the beginning, being more hesitant with the haircuts. Then we proceeded more boldly in order to allow the borrowers to pay off the rest of their loans. And at the same time, as colleagues said, there are some other settlements developed that are not linked to financial engineering, but how we can use the real estate to pay off the loan. This know-how developed in Greece. And since I work in a multinational group, I can see how valuable it is internationally to export it abroad. It is quite important also that the state creating this insolvency law followed the rationale of the financial institutions. Last but not least, the settlements, it is a very important tool, but they have a requirement, and that means that the borrowers need to come back and discuss about them.
So we have to discuss with the debtor, and sadly, figures show that the culture of payment in Greece should be improved, and recent figures coming from the auction show that 2 or 3 out of 10 debtors whose property is at the final point of liquidation, only 2 or 3 out of 10 come to discuss for a settlement. From our viewpoint, we're always there. We are always there, and it is our intention to find some common ground with the debtor and avoid the court resolution. Thank you very much.